Oh, man. I am so disappointed, man. My Cavs really let me down tonight. Wow. I mean, I always knew the Pacers were tough, but I didn't think they were going to win game one against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I didn't see it. I always try to look at all the possible ways that a game could play out. And I just didn't see this one playing out this way. Not just the outcome. It's not the fact that the Pacers just beat the Cavs. That's always a possibility. The Pacers are tough. But it's the way in which the Cavaliers played and sort of allowed themselves to lose. This game is 50% a Pacers win, 50% a Cavaliers loss. A lot of games go like that. That's not like a revolutionary statement or anything like that. It's not what I'm trying to say. But I did not foresee the margin, the point margin, the way the game played out with the point margin. Just didn't make any sense. The Cavs have way more talent. Even with Darius Garland out, the Cavs have much more talent than the Pacers, which tells me the Pacers played harder. The intensity brought to the game by the Pacers exceeded that of the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's what that tells me. That's what it tells me. Huge disappointing loss for the Cavs. They're going to really wish they had this one back. A final score of 121 to 112. The Cavs go down in a series, which they are massive, immense, huge favorites. This is a huge letdown. There is a lot to talk about in this game. The first quarter really set the tone for this game and possibly the series. There's a version of game 2 where if the Cavs come out and dominate, they can erase any doubts that they're the far superior team to the Pacers. But if the Pacers play game 2 like they played game 1, the Cavs are going to have hell in Indiana because this game was in Cleveland. A massive home court advantage for the Cavs, where the Cavs have been dominant all year. You got the home crowd in it, home cooking. You got Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, all the three-point shooting. But there are some major concerns. See, when this happens in the regular season, it's no big deal. When this happens in the playoffs, it's a big deal. I saw questionable coaching decisions by Kenny Atkinson, the coach of the year in the NBA. I saw questionable decisions by Kenny Atkinson. Questionable decisions that costed them game 1. Look, every team is going to make runs. All right, look at what the Pacers did tonight. 13 points from Miles Turner with 12 boards. He was a major part of what they were able to do defensively. Nembhard was huge. The 23 points, 7 assists. Tyrese Halliburton was everywhere. 22 points, 12 assists. Pascal Siakam was very good. A defensive presence, got some tough buckets in some tough situations. Couple nice fallaways. He had a good game. Nesmith had a good game. Mathurin had some tough moments, had a hard foul on DeAndre Hunter. TJ McConnell made an appearance. Obi Toppin made an appearance. They played well. They played physical. They gave the Cavs a lot to think about, which we've seen that happen before in the regular season. We've seen the physical teams give the Cavs some problems. So they've seen the tape on the Cavs. They've looked at the losses. How did these teams beat the Cavs? What did they do to slow them down? And I think they took that and they created a blueprint of something they could execute within the game for, think about a game 1 of a round 2, right? What could they do to kind of create that success? And I think they did a nice job of that tonight. I have to give a bulk of tonight's outcome out of respect to the Pacers. They did it. They executed their game plan. This is 100% what they were trying to do. Be tough, be physical, make the Cavs have to work. Nothing easy. Challenge everything. Right? No Darius Garland tonight. He missed the first game. So it makes you think that maybe his injury is worse than we know. And the Cavs are playing it safe. That's not why the Cavs lost tonight. The Cavs did not lose because Darius Garland didn't play. The Cavs lost tonight because the Pacers had an intensity that the Cavs could not match tonight. The messaging to the Cavaliers players, the messaging to the Cavs coaching staff is very clear. You are going to have to match the Pacers' intensity. The Pacers now know that they can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in a playoff game. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't an accident. Some text exchanges with the homies. This was not an accident. Not at all. This was design. 100% design. So let me explain my position when I say this wasn't an accident and this was by design. The Pacers came out and established an 11-point lead in the first quarter. The Cavs were able to meet and match that intensity in the second quarter, and they were able to cut into the lead. So the first quarter, the Pacers were up. The second quarter, they were still up, but the Cavs kind of shrunk the lead. So they turned an 11-point lead into like a 6-point lead or something. And then by the end of the third quarter, the Cavs made their run. At the end of the third quarter, I think the Pacers were up by 1 possession. It was either 1 or 3 points. It was something like that. And then the Cavs went to the well in the fourth quarter, and it was dry. The Cavs lost this game because they could not match the Pacers' intensity in the fourth quarter. And defensively, I saw weakness from the Cavs. For the first time in a long time, it's been several weeks since I questioned a Kenny Atkinson move. Whatever defense installation he had for this game, it did not work. The homie said the Pacers will never shoot this good again. The homie said the Cavs will never shoot this bad again. I disagree. If it happened once, it can happen twice. The Pacers have a blueprint for beating the Cavs in a second-round playoff game. They're going to watch back the tape. They're going to see what worked, and they are going to try to recreate it again. They're going to try to put the Cavs in the same positions, under the same circumstances, and make them show them something different. And the Cavs, unable to respond and meet the intensity of the Indiana Pacers, they were able to do it for a couple of stretches, but you can't just have a couple of runs in a playoff game. It needs and requires more. Let's break down who performed for the Cavaliers. Jared Allen was decent. He had some moments. 12 points, 5 boards. Some good defense. He was tasked with guarding Tyrese Halliburton in that zone, that damn zone. I'm going to talk more about that in a moment. Evan Mobley played a full amount of minutes, 36 minutes. He had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. I'm sure he had a couple of deflections and some steals. He was very active tonight. He had a good game. Donovan Mitchell was basically carrying the offensive load for the game without Darius Garland there. A lot was asked of him tonight. He played well. In fact, there were moments of the game where Don was a demon and terrorizing the Indiana Pacers defense. Max Strus did a lot of things, but scoring wasn't really there. He wasn't able to hit many shots. He was kind of quiet. Same thing with Sam Merrill. Collectively, DeAndre Hunter, Sam Merrill, and Max Strus, I think they were able to get you like 24 points maybe between the three of them. You need a little bit more from that position. Dean Wade, scoreless in 16 minutes. Kenny Atkinson, what the hell are you doing? What are we talking about here? You continue to play Dean Wade in these huge spots, and he lets you down time and time again. He ain't it. He plays good defense. He's able to disrupt possessions from the other team. He doesn't block shots, but he does make them challenging and difficult. He challenges them. But he's giving you nothing on offense, and it has been months. He got injured in the middle of the season, worked his way back into health, and has not been able to find his stroke. He has not been able to find his offensive contributions. You cannot play Dean Wade anymore. He is unplayable. DeAndre Hunter can get you points and give you that quality defense. Sam Merrill can give you some offensive threat. At least something. Even Max Strus can give you something. There's no place for Dean Wade in this game. There's no place for anything for Dean Wade right now. I'm sorry. I like Dean Wade. You cannot have Dean Wade in the game. There's no room for error anymore. Isaac Okoro played 15 minutes. See, they're doing that small forward kind of rotation, that shooting guard small forward rotation with no Darius Garland. If Darius Garland plays here, Ty Jerome probably plays 25 minutes, but you're probably not going to see Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade, and Sam Merrill all playing 15 to 18 minutes. And Max Strus might not play 32. He might play 26, right? Those minutes kind of get spread out a little bit. This game was 50% the Pacers, exceeding the intensity the Cavs couldn't match, and it was 50% bad decisions by the Cavs coaching staff. Dean Wade is not it. Now, I'm not putting that much blame on Dean Wade. I'm just citing this as an example of one of the things that I think Kenny Atkinson really messed up. I don't think there was a place for Dean Wade in this game. Too much on the line. He doesn't give you anything offensively. It's been months since he did. The other angle to this is the zone that Kenny Atkinson put his Cavaliers into, where he's putting Jared Allen at the top. Tyrese Halliburton is too difficult a matchup in space like that. Halliburton was able to get by Jared Allen multiple times. He was able to shoot over him a couple of times because he was able to create some space on the dribble. I mean, what are we doing? If it's not working, take it out. Press man. How many times I saw three-pointers going up by the Pacers with the closest Cavalier rushing from his zone to try to close out the shot and the Pacers making it. And that happened time and time again. It was repeated first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and the Cavs stayed in that damn zone in the fourth quarter. I don't want to blow a valve on my live stream, but it was so frustrating to watch Kenny Atkinson be so stubborn to not make adjustments when the Pacers were hot. The Pacers proved they could hit the shot, though. Where's the adjustment? Get out of the zone. They were shooting over the zone. Look, for those of you that don't know the technicals to how to beat a zone, as someone who's played the game for many years and studied the game for many years, there's two ways to beat a zone. You shoot over the zone or you pass through the zone. You make the zone move. When the zone starts moving, space starts to open up and you get opportunities. If you can shoot over the zone, if the shots are falling, they are going to call off the zone. And the Cavs did not call off the zone. They stayed in the damn zone. And the Pacers made them pay. Proof. The Pacers shot 53% from the field. 53% from three. The Cavs being in that zone gave them the space they needed for that shot to be open. This is the NBA playoffs. It ain't time to be cute. When something doesn't work, you make adjustments. This guy just won NBA Coach of the Year. How did you stay in that stupid zone? I mean, listen. We can look at the individual efforts from these players, and then we can look at what they did all season. And I promise you that the guys for the Pacers, who are nice players, I'm not here to disrespect the Pacers, but let's be honest. Pascal Siakam shot 40% from three. Aaron Naismith was 4 of 6. Andrew Nembhard was 5 of 6. What are you doing? Benedict Mathurin, 3 of 5 from 3. Kenny Atkinson, what are you doing? Why are you staying in the zone? They're clearly shooting over the zone. They had it going. You can't stay in that stupid zone. And they made them pay. And there was no adjustment by the Cleveland Cavaliers coaching staff to get these guys out of that zone, just play the man defense, force a challenged shot from the interior, whether it's in the paint or just outside the paint, live with it, box out and get some rebounds. Look at the rest of these stats, though. The rebounding was equal. The Cavs were +6 on the offensive glass. They had more chances than the Pacers. The Cavs shot 98 shots. The Pacers shot 83. The Cavs shot 18 free throw attempts. The Pacers shot 15. There were more scoring opportunities for the Cavs. But that 3-point discrepancy is what costed the Cavs the game. Look, defensive intensity. The Pacers had 9 blocks and 6 steals. The Pacers turned the ball over more. The Cavs had 70 points in the paint. It was their defensive lapses on those 3-point attempts from the Pacers. So here's what I'm thinking is going to happen in game 2. The Pacers are going to put a game plan that is going to recreate what they just did in game 1. The Cavs are going to have to make this adjustment. You are now officially down 1-0 in a series in which you had home court advantage. Right now, the Cavs do not have home court advantage. This is a series now. Like Ciova, what up, bro? Ciova is saying might be Pacers in 7. Might be. After watching game 1, might be. I personally believe that the Cavs will make the adjustment. I think the Cavs are too talented to go down 2-0 to the Pacers. I trust Donovan Mitchell to probably turn up his intensity in this next game too. I don't know what Darius Garland's status is going to be. I don't think the Cavs lost this game because Darius Garland didn't play. I don't think the Cavs lost this game because they played Dean Wade. I don't think the Cavs lost this game because of one player. It's not because of one player on the Pacers. It's not because of one player on the Cavaliers. This game was lost because Kenny Atkinson had to have a zone. So I ask you, Mr. Kenny Atkinson, Mr. NBA Coach of the Year, what made you not make an adjustment defensively as the Indiana Pacers made it rain from 3? 53% from 3. I mean, what is the Pacers, what is their average on the year? What is it? 36%, 35%? Let's say it's 38%. How'd you let them go 15% above their average? With a defense that has been top ranked all season. Evan Mobley, DPOY. Jared Allen, a force on the defensive side. Donovan Mitchell, a good defender. Max Strus, Sam Merrill, guys that have been defending all year. And you don't trust them to play man defense. You just let the stupid zone sit there and sulk and marinate and watch threes rain in the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. How could you stand by and stay in that stupid zone? And look, Donovan didn't play great. He shot 1 of 11 from 3. The threes just wasn't there. But he was aggressive and he scored some points. And Jared Allen gave you plenty. And Evan Mobley gave you plenty. 2 steals from both of those guys. All right, Mobley had a couple of turnovers. He's going to have to clean that up. 4 turnovers is just too much. The moment can't be too big for that kid. Come on, Mobley. You got to get right. But giving Dean Wade the extended minutes, why? Keeping the Cavs in that zone defensively, why? I haven't watched the presser. I'm going to check it out. I'll watch the presser. I'll hear what they ask Kenny Atkinson. I hope they don't throw any softballs. I would ask the first thing, what made you think that the zone was going to work, and what made you stay in the zone when it wasn't working? My question would be that simple. The Cavs scored 112 points. That's enough to win an NBA playoff game. But they gave up 121 points. The defense wasn't working. No way, no how. And I'm telling you, if Darius Garland plays, the outcome of this game is probably the same. What was Darius Garland going to do different? What? Was he going to help you score 125 points? Maybe. I doubt it seriously. This game was lost because of defense for the Cavs. Credit to the Pacers for executing a game plan and then knocking down their shots. The Pacers earned this win tonight. and Mr. Kenny Atkinson, NBA Coach of the Year. You blew it. Your inability to make the adjustment defensively allowed the Pacers, who started off the game ripping shots, and you didn't make any adjustments to put an end to it. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say on this game. If you watch this game and you saw what I saw, let me know what you think is going to happen in game 2. If you think that you saw something else, I want to hear from you too. Tell me what you saw. What did you see that is going to be a problem for the Cavs moving forward? What did you see that the Pacers were able to exploit and what they did well? And let me know if you think that is replicable for game 2. Because if the Cavs are able to come out and win game 2 in dominant fashion, they can reinstill the fear. They can reinstill the doubt into the Pacers. But right now, the Pacers are on cloud 9. They just went into Cleveland's house and stole home court advantage. Cleveland was a huge favorite in this game. The Cavs basically had the best record in the NBA for 99% of the season. It wasn't until the last couple of weeks where they lost that, to the Thunder. The Cavs have been an offensive efficiency machine all year. Defensively, they were top 8, top 5 for stretches of the year. Goon, what you mean? Goon, what you mean? The link is in the live chat. Cleveland shot the worst they've shot all season. So what? There's going to be games where the shots don't fall. So what? Talk to me about the defense. Talk to me about the Pacers scoring 121 against the Cleveland Cavaliers in an NBA playoff game to open up round 2 of the playoffs. Talk to me about that. In Cleveland, taking home court advantage away from the Cavs. Talk to me about the decisions that Kenny Atkinson made, or the lack thereof, leaving the Cavs in that zone as the Pacers made them an absolute mockery, raining from 25 feet. Shot after shot bombs away, and the Cavs not making adjustments, staying in that damn zone. That's what I want to know. Go ahead, Goon.
Hello?
Go ahead, Goon.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, so this game pissed me off. This game pissed me the fuck off, first of all. So we open up. Donovan Mitchell hits 9 straight points, but the defense looks awful. This zone, it was not going to work from the get-go. They're letting guys who shouldn't hit those shots hit open 33-foot shots off the rip. Nembhard should not be hitting a 32-footer to open up the second quarter. And Jarrett Allen was not it this game. That stupid zone the entire game. It's like I'm watching JJ Redick coach a game, refusing to do what's best. It's insane. The shots weren't falling. That's gonna happen, but it's just, why keep shooting then? Why?
The Cavs had 70.
I'm just
the Cavs had 70 points in the paint.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Why don't you exit and come back? Exit and come back.
You hear me? We're good?
Yo, you're lagging. Go ahead and exit and come back in.
I can't. It's not. Nothing's working, bro. Damn it.
Here, come back in, all right? I'm going to kick you from the studio. Come back in. All right. Ex-salesman said, I thought it'd be Cavs in 6. I'm doubting my pick now. I'm sure a lot of you are. Cavs are awful defending the perimeter. They don't switch well and often fall prey of bad matchups. Ball movement and fast break from Pacers killed the Cavs. So to speak to some of that, Razor, the Pacers have been great all year at pushing the pace up the court in the open court and in transition. I'm not surprised they wanted to do that. The switching and stuff didn't really bother me either. The problem was the zone. They were finding the spots in the zone, and then the Cavs weren't close enough to close out on the threes. I literally watched it play out. I remember vividly corner threes, wing threes that were just Defensively, guys were out of position. That zone was stupid. Putting Jared Allen at the top to guard Halliburton time and time again is insane. You want to talk about putting your players in a position to fail? I think Goon has a point. That was some JJ Redick shit right there.
I got it. We fixed it.
All right.
Oh, they were on some JJ Redick shit tonight, bro. Like, crazy. Kenny not switching out of that zone that was cooking them the entire time. The Pacers have some of the best ball movement in the league, and you're having 3 guys going to contest a shot while Andrew Nimhard or Miles Turner's in the corner, and they're going to sink a 3 right in your face. I don't understand that. I think a man would have been perfect tonight, and the shots aren't falling. Like, they aren't falling, but I just don't understand them not emphasizing driving the paint. Donovan Mitchell was not shooting well tonight. Why continue to have him take those 3-point shots when he was doing amazing, like, in the paint?
Yeah, but
I don't understand.
he did attack the rim. He ended the game with 33
33.
points, and they had 70 paint points. Him
That's what I'm
and Ty
saying.
Jerome were killing him.
I know, but why not emphasize more the guys in the offense? I don't understand why there wasn't more pick and roll, because that was working. It was working so well with Mobley. Why don't you have Jared Allen and Ty Jerome
I don't have
as
I don't have
well?
a problem with them trying to do whatever their game plan was. Whatever their game plan was offensively, if they stick to it and that's how they got there and that's what they want to do, fine. Defensively, you cannot stay in that zone with Jared Allen at the top.
That's what I'm saying. It's
You
awful.
cannot do it. They studied that. Those guys were ready. The Pacers were ready. I know why Kenny Atkinson uses it. He wants a lengthy player disrupting and taking up space in those passing lanes. He wants to make life hard on whoever is running the point. But the problem is the decisions were made to penetrate, get by, get a fall away, fade away, whatever, the getting into the paint, getting the little, teardrop floaters. And then they were dishing for the threes on the wing and in the corner, and they were open threes. That's a lack of adjustments. So offensively, fine. You want to question, whatever, I'm fine with it. But defensively, there clearly was a decision that had to be made, and it wasn't made.
And they need to change that for next game, because if they lose next game, the series is over.
Which is insane to even think about that.
To even think about. I mean, I understand Darius Garland not being there definitely doesn't help, but I mean, you just smacked up the Heat by 90 combined points in the last 2 games without him. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand it.
So I'm not ready to hit the panic button. I'm not saying that the Cavs are going to lose this series. I'm saying that Kenny Atkinson, the NBA Coach of the Year, was the reason they lost tonight. This game was lost defensively.
I agree.
It wasn't offensively. The Cavs scored 112 points. If you've been watching the NBA playoffs this year, you've seen games that have been decided that were under 100 points on each side.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, if you can score 112, that means you had a chance to win the game. Your defense just sucked because you gave up 121.
Yep.
And you're talking about Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley. You're talking about Jared Allen, who's actually an important defender to this team, but he's out on the perimeter. Is that really where he belongs against?
No, it's not. It's not. Definitely not. I understand they have a stretch big and Turner, but we also got killed on the rebounds.
Who does this defense work against? That defense works against the Nets. That defense works against the Kings. That defense works against the Spurs without Wemby. That defense works against the Mavericks without their guys. It's not going to work against the team that is still in the playoffs right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to shoot over it. These guys can shoot. When they're open, the shots are going to go in a high clip.
Mm-hmm.
And that lack of adjustment, I mean, Kenny Atkinson has to look back at this, take accountability, and say, this is on me. I didn't put my guys in a position to win this game.
Mm-hmm. I 100% agree with you.
So I've been very complimentary of Kenny Atkinson all year, but this one's on him.
Critical too. And this is what you were saying about him, the lack of adjustments.
We've seen this stubbornness from him in regards to this zone throughout the year. Mm-hmm. And teams got back into games because he wouldn't get out of this zone.
Yes.
I trust the Cavaliers defensively, man to man. Strus can defend. Hunter can defend. Allen can. Why are we in a zone? Why?
I don't know.
What are you scared of? And by the way, don't forget, when a team plays a zone, you're out of position for rebounds too.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
When you
they
play
got us
man, you're more
some
likely to
crucial
be able to
rebounds.
find a body to box out.
Mhm,
When you're playing zone, you have to look for a body, identify it, and then box out. On man, you just extend your arm, you know where your defender is.
yeah.
Kenny Atkinson deserves a large portion of the blame in this game. I know Don didn't shoot well. It is not his fault they lost tonight.
He had 33 points. That's definitely not his fault.
I'm not even going to blame Dean Wade, who was scoreless in
Mhm.
16 minutes, because that's on Kenny Atkinson. Kenny
But when
Atkinson makes the decision to stick to Dean Wade, who hasn't made consistently his shots in almost 4 months.
Mhm.
4 months since he came back from injury, he has been basically useless on offense. And he insists on putting in D Wade. And I get it, he's a good defender, but I need something else in the playoffs. I need somebody who can provide an opportunity, a threat on offense. Those additional minutes, those 16 minutes, need to go to Max Strus, Sam Merrill,
I mean, Donovan Mitchell only played 33 minutes tonight.
DeAndre Hunter. It's got to go to someone else
Donovan Mitchell only played 33 minutes tonight. Ty Jerome only
because
played
he
29
played
minutes tonight.
hard.
But I just don't understand putting Dean Wade and I like Isaac Okoro a lot, and I think he brings a lot to that team.
I'd rather Isaac Okoro get those minutes than Dean Wade. I
Yes.
might get something from Isaac Okoro.
Yes.
Raging Dusty said the Pacers redeemed themselves during the game. I heard from Tyrone that the Pacers were playing like garbage, but they must have come back. I don't know. The Pacers were good all game. I thought the Pacers played well all game.
They did. But
There was just a couple of stretches. All right.
I gotta head out, bro. I just wanted
All
to
right,
pop
man.
in and tell you my thoughts. It could have gotten a lot worse. I could have said a lot more, but
I appreciate the self-control.
I'm pissed off. Pissed off.
And you should be.
Yep. All right. See you, man. Late.
All right, man. Link is in the live chat. Anybody wants to come on and talk the game? Huge disappointment. Ex-salesman said the Pacers came out strong and finished stronger. No argument for me. They took the lead. They held on to the lead. They lost it for a moment, got it back, and they did not relinquish it in the fourth quarter. They had the Cavs on their heels. The Cavs now know that the Pacers can beat them. The Pacers now know that they can beat the Cavs. Oh, yeah. The Pacers, they're going to use this. This is huge for their confidence. They now know that they can beat the Cavs in Cleveland. Now, where is this going to be most important? Game 5. Game 5 will be very, very important, and this game will connect to it because Game 5 would be back in Cleveland. Remember, 2 games in Indiana after the 2 games in Cleveland. This is going to be a long series if Kenny Atkinson stays in that stupid zone, especially if he stays in that same zone with those same players in those same locations. How do you not make any adjustment? Absurd. So now the national media is going to run with this story. The Cavs are fraudulent. The Cavs are fake. The Cavs are not who we thought they were. We thought they were one of the best teams in the league. They're fallible. They got outplayed. They got out hustled. The Pacers pushed them around. The Pacers exceeded their intensity. Spurzan, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, the Cavs for a couple of stretches were able to match the intensity of the Pacers, but for a majority of this game, the Pacers were in control. Rick Carlisle had his guys ready and believing in what they were going to do in this game, and they executed it. I mean, Silva came in right away in the beginning of the show and said, might be Pacers in 7. He's not going to be the only one that says that. There are going to be other folks. There's going to be national media saying the same thing. Now, I'm not jumping ship. I'm not getting off of the Cavs thing. No way. Donovan Mitchell is too good. This team is too good. They lost this game because of a lack of an adjustment. That adjustment has to be made. You cannot play game 2 the same way you played game 1 defensively. No way, no how. You cannot give up 121 points. The Indiana Pacers shot 53% from the field, 53% from 3. No way, no how. Cavs had rust, caught highlights, and I'm not liking pushing players while in the air. There were a couple of rough fouls, but it's the playoffs, Spurzan. That stuff is going to happen. Best believe that Rick Carlisle has instructed his players to make the Cavs have to play hard, out hustle, be willing to die for the loose balls, foul them hard enough to where they can't make the shot, make them earn it at the free throw line. Nothing easy. The Pacers know they don't have the talent. They know it. They have talent, but they don't have as much talent as the Cavaliers do. So they can't beat them in any type of finesse fashion. I don't like it either, Spurzan. Believe me, I'm with you. I just know how these things go. You want to muddy up the waters. You want to muck it up. Get it dirty. So that way nothing is easy. And they know. They've watched the film on the Cavs. The Cavs has had a hard time with teams that are physical, disruptive. Like, do you remember what the Magic did to the Cavs during the regular season? Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and those guys? Oh, yeah. The Indiana Pacers, they watched the film from what the Magic do to the Cavs. Oh, yeah. Razor said Kenny Atkinson said it took him a while to figure out their speed. It always takes him a while to figure things out. You can't have another game like this. You cannot have another game like this. That adjustment hopefully took place at some point in this game and carries over into the second game. That adjustment needs to be there. Oh, absolutely it counts. JV doesn't count. I got the link in the live chat if anybody wants to call in and talk about this game. Tell me what you saw. What was the difference maker? What are the adjustments that have to be made? What did the Pacers do well? What did the Cavs not do? What do they need to change game 2? Give me your take on this game. Give me your prediction for game 2 and the adjustments that could be made by the Cavs. I think what I'll also do is I'm going to go ahead and let's also do this. Let's get a scoreboard up so we know what's going on with this next game, which is the Warriors-Rockets, and they're in kind of like the middle of the second quarter. And it is the Warriors by 7, I believe. Yeah, the Rockets game. Absolutely, Spurzan. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and put that up here. Yep, looks like the Rockets are trailing by 4 points. I'm going to put up the game here on my side too. I want to be able to watch the game as well. This one's huge. If the Warriors lose this game after being up 3-1, what's the conversation we're having about Mr. Stephen Curry? They say the greatest point guard of all time, right? Oh, yeah, we got smoke for Steph Curry if he loses this game. We got smoke for Jimmy if he loses this game. We got smoke for Draymond Green, Mr. DPOY candidate, Mr. Hall of Fame, the GOAT of defense, the most dominant defender of his era. Yep, let's talk about it. All right, Rockets trail by 6 points. Let's see who's doing what so far. Draymond Green has 8 points to open this game. My goodness. Buddy Hield, 13 points? What? What does Steph have? Steph is scoreless in 18 minutes. He has 5 rebounds and 3 assists. That is not the stat line I thought I'd see. Let's see what's going on the Rockets side. Sengun, 6 points, 7 boards. Van Fleet, 8 points. That's important. Van Fleet is going to have to hit some shots for the Rockets if they're going to win this game. Dylan Brooks, 2 points. Amen Thompson, very active with 8 points. Yeah, he's probably going to have the difficult task of chasing down Steph Curry all game. Rockets shooting 37%. Warriors shooting 43% from 3. The Warriors have already taken 16 threes. They've made 44% of them. Rebounds, the edge to the Rockets. Offensive glass, they are killing the Warriors. Turnovers are even. Points in the paint, edge to the Rockets. Yeah, what the Rockets are going to have to do is they're going to have to get out in transition. Van Fleet's going to have to hit shots. Amen Thompson is going to have to stay out of foul trouble. They need him there, especially at the end of games, to guard Curry. Draymond Green is such a bum, man. He is so awful. Offensively, he's just trash. I don't know how he has 8 points right now. That's crazy work. Must be a lot of putbacks. Pods with the little bunny floater in the paint. Warriors making a run here. Score is 39-29. Warriors with the lead, and Houston takes a timeout. Ime Udoka wants to talk about it. Man, I'm still pissed about the Cavs, though. I'm still pissed. Unbelievable. I can't get over this game. How do you let this happen? How? How do you let Andrew Nembhard go 5 of 6 from 3? Aaron Naismith, 4 of 6 from 3. How do you let this happen? Benedict Mathurin, 3 of 5 from 3. How? How do you let this happen? Don shot 1 of 11 from 3. My goodness. Just did not have it. Man, I can't get out of my mind. Like, how did you let those guys shoot that well from 3 and not do anything about it? Unbelievable. Raging Dusty says fraud team at this point. Man, that does not make me happy. It really doesn't. I'm so frustrated with the Cavs and Kenny Atkinson. I believe you're right, Spurs, and I do think they'll make adjustments, but these games have so much gravity. You know what I mean? Like game 1 of the series, that sets the tone. You had to prove a point to your opponent that they can't hang with you. Now the Pacers believe. You had to put your knee on their neck and cut off the oxygen. And they did that for a couple stretches, and that's how the Cavs got the lead. But then they relinquished it. Razor said Cavs have always allowed wide open threes because of the zone defense throughout the whole season. It's how Boston beats them. The Cavs defense is good enough. The players they have are good enough to move their feet and defend the play straight up. Box out and live with a challenge shot. Unbelievable. I was so critical of JJ Redick for his inability to make adjustments and his bad decision making. I have to have the same smoke for Kenny Atkinson. I don't think so. I didn't see that, Spurs, and I didn't see the team was spooked. I saw a coach who was too stubborn to make a defensive adjustment. That's really all I saw. The Cavs scored 112 points. That's good enough to win a playoff game. The defense was the problem. Yeah, things got pretty bad at the end. I mean, when you're playing from behind, you're forced to do things you probably don't want to. like fouling and putting guys at the free throw line. It was just a poor execution by the Cavs, especially defensively. All right, Golden State, fresh out the timeout, has a 10-point lead. 3 minutes and some change left in the second quarter. Play has resumed. The Rockets have the ball. Amon Thompson crosses the timeline. Or is that Jalen Green? I'm not really sure. Gotta put my brightness up. There we go. Gotta turn the brightness up. All right, Houston gets a bucket. So out of the timeout, Houston executes. They now trail the Warriors by 8. 3 ball from Buddy Hield. Holy hell. Yo, what is Buddy Hield doing? 6 of 7 from the field for Buddy Hield to start the game. 4 of 5 from 3. My goodness. It's a Buddy Hield game if you ever heard of one. As a small market team, Spurs had to fight the refs and the opponent. I wish I could say this was the Cavs game was poorly officiated. Didn't seem like it to me. It seemed fine. Buddy Hield hit another 3. What is happening? The Warriors have now gone on a 12-2 run in the last 3.5 minutes. Uh-oh. Brick by the Rockets. They get it back. Van Fleet dribbling into the corner, right into a double team. Pass to Thompson. Oh, what a putback by Steven Adams. Man, he has been crucial in this series, especially the last few games. I'm convinced that if Steven Adams was not available for this series, the Rockets would have got swept. I'm almost positive. Uh-oh. I think Draymond Green just knocked out Fred VanVleet with elbows from hell. Oh, no. Oh, no. Fred VanVleet is down and he can't get up. Let's watch it in replay. Up. Wow. Draymond Green that's a flagrant foul. That's not even a basketball move. He just karate chopped Fred VanVleet in the jaw. Dude, Draymond Green is a problem. This dude ain't even playing basketball half the time. He's doing taekwondo, karate, and kung fu all in one. Curry can't get free. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Dude, I'm telling you, Spurzan, he just karate chopped, like Hadouken, the jaw of Fred VanVleet. Wow. Dirty. So, Dusty, at what point are we going to do something about this Draymond Green guy? He probably has over 100 flagrant fouls in his career. He probably has 100 technical fouls in his career. He is a habitual line stepper. He just karate chop elbow Fred VanVleet in the jaw. I mean, that's the type of strike that could cause a concussion. And it's not even a basketball play. They gave him a technical foul. How? How's that not a flagrant? It should be reviewed for a flagrant, and if he's out of line, he should be assessed a technical foul. He's so strange and so weird. Like I remember watching Dennis Rodman and thinking to myself, this guy's crazy. This guy's kind of like that, but it's a little different. Like with Dennis Rodman, you knew he was trying to get under the skin of the other team's best player that was like a power forward or a center. This guy's just unusual. Like winning or losing, he's just looking to cause physical harm to people. I mean, Dennis Rodman was like tripping people. Dennis Rodman was trying to get in people's heads. Draymond Green's trying to hurt people. It's not within the competitive spirit of the game. Jiu-jitsu. He's a buddy of LeBron. He is, which is interesting because you remember what happened in Game 5 of the 2016 finals. And then after that, they became friends. Shit's crazy. If it was F1, he would have had his super license revoked, aka permanent ban, but I don't know how they run the NBA and what systems they use to ban players. They get away with a lot of stuff in the NBA. Well, more specifically, Draymond Green, because he'll just complain and say like there was targeting. They're targeting Draymond because of reputation or something stupid. He deserves to have attention on him. He's a problem. Buddy Hield another 3. My goodness. This is the Buddy Hield game. Buddy Hield has 22 points, people. Buddy Hield is helping the Warriors to shooting 50% from 3. Not Steph Curry, Buddy Hield. Link is in the live chat for anybody who wants to jump in and talk hoops. Cavs, Pacers, the upset of the playoffs so far. We have the Warriors and Rockets going on right now. Draymond Green is physically assaulting people. Now he's trying to bait the refs into drawing fouls. It is crazy. Draymond sucks, man. He just blew a layup. He is just such an unskilled offensive player. Amen Thompson staying aggressive. Nice finish at the rim. All right, Steph Curry has the ball. So far, he has had 0 impact. Crosses the timeline, shoots the 3. Oh, Steph from 35 feet. Crazy. He like a step and a half beyond the timeline. Oh, my goodness, Amen Thompson. That was beautiful. What a play. That boy good. Steph crosses the timeline. Warriors are up by 12. Ball movement, pods, penetrates, dishes, corner 3 for Draymond Green, air ball. Oh my God. Fred VanVleet blocked from behind. Last second heave is no good. Houston goes into the halftime trailing by 12 points. Wait, what's the score? Yep, 51-39. Oh my goodness. What a half. Wow. This series is pretty crazy. Game 7s are always risky business. The Rockets are going to have to make some adjustments. They got to figure out what they're going to do about this Buddy Hield guy. If he stays this hot in the second half, they got problems. And you can't assume that Steph Curry is going to stay this cold. What, he hit 1-3, I think? Let's take a look at the game stats. Let's look at the box score. Warriors, Rockets. Draymond Green, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. 2 personal fouls for Draymond Green, including a technical foul that he just got at the end of that game. Jimmy Butler, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Steph, only 3 points, that lone 3-pointer that he hit at the end of the second quarter, I think with a minute left. 1 of 6 from 3, 1 of 7 overall from the field. He had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. So doing some of the other things. Buddy Hield, 22 points. This is crazy. 6 of 7 from 3. Buddy freaking Hield. In Game 7 at Houston is 6 of 7 from 3 in the first half. Let that sink in. Pod's kind of quiet. Kuminga, 0 points in 4 minutes. Kevon Looney, 3 points in 6 minutes. Quinn Post, scoreless in 3. Moses Moody, scoreless in 8 minutes. For Houston, Amen Thompson, 12 points, carrying the the offensive responsibilities tonight. Dylan Brooks, 2 points. Sengun, 8 points. He's got 8 rebounds and an assist. Fred VanVleet, 9 points. Jalen Green, 2 points. He has attempted 4 shots and made 1. The Rockets ain't going to win this game if Jalen Green is going to be passive. If Jalen Green's going to have 2 points and a half, they're not going to win. Terry Eason, 3 points. Steven Adams, 3 points. Jabari Smith, scoreless in 7 minutes. The Rockets aren't going to win unless Jalen Green gets it going. There's no way around it. The rest of the starters are kind of doing their thing. Dylan Brooks, he's going to have to get involved at some point. He's got to give him something. Spurs and says, let's go Ime. Give him the pop speech that applies. Ime's a hell of a coach. He's going to have to make that adjustment, get through to the guys, get them to focus, lock in, and cut into this lead a little bit. I think the goal is to, come out with some pace, get the Warriors kind of out in the transition, get some easy buckets. The Rockets have better athletes, in my opinion. Better length. Look to get Sengun involved. I say look to attack Draymond. He's already emotionally kind of off kilter a little bit. Hey, no stone unturned. You got to try everything. It's game 7. There is no tomorrow. You lose, you go to Cancun. I think now the guys are going to be talking about it on the American Express halftime report. I wonder if I can do the audio. I think I can. Let me see. Let me get my YouTube TV up here. I'll do the YouTube TV and then we'll do the audio, I think. Yeah, I don't think they can copyright me for that. Yeah, we'll just keep it off the screen. All right. Guys are talking about it. Hey, thanks, Dusty. By the way, let me know if you guys hear Chuck barking. Are you guys able to hear the feed? Dusty, let me know if you can hear the game analysis feed. You can't hear it? Let me see. Let me see if I can figure this out here. Alright, I think I know what I can do. See if I can figure this out. Let me get the TNT stuff on my TV. Alright, I'm gonna have to experiment with this later. Yeah, they're talking about the Rockets and how they need more from Jalen Green and stuff. Oh, man, I am so bummed out about my Cavs. So bummed out about my Cavs. Unbelievable. Alright, they're doing a film breakdown right now at halftime on the TNT halftime show. I mean, they're doing a good job on Curry. Amen Thompson is not letting him anywhere. He's not giving him any space. He's forcing the ball out. Man, I am so bummed out about the Cavs. I really, really am. So, halftime of the Warriors and Rockets. I think what I'll do is I'll leave this running. I'll leave this up. Let me go here. Yeah, I'll leave this up. We'll be back after the game to talk the ending of this game. I'll leave it up. I'm going to just let the music play. And we'll be back to kind of wrap up this game. I'll leave the scoreboard up with the music. We'll be back soon. We'll be checking at the end of the game.
Damn, Danny. Damn, Danny. Damn, Danny. Damn, Danny. Damn, Danny. Damn, Danny.
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Yeah, Draymond Green target hit into the camera. Dang. This one's over. Warriors are about to close this thing out. Houston's going to run out of time. Man, I really wanted to see Houston take that step, you know? I really did. If you guys want to jump in and discuss this game or the Cavs game earlier, link is in the live chat. It's over. What up, Micah? Good to see you, man. Salute. Golden State Warriors, they are champions. They're going to find a way to win. The thing about the Rockets, Amin Thompson, Alperen Sengun, Jalen Green, nice young players, missing that experience piece. Ime Udoka made some great adjustments, helped them get a couple of wins here at the end of the series. They just didn't have enough to get it in Game 7. And, shout out to the Rockets for making things interesting, pushing it 7 games after they fell behind 3-1 in the series. So, I'm sure they're going to evaluate their season and say, we got bounced out of the first round after finishing second in the West in a very difficult, challenging, really stacked, heavy Western Conference. So, yeah, there's some good. But it's going to be hard to look past it, because – and the Warriors aren't a regular 7 seed. You know what I mean? Warriors are a team that after they acquired Jimmy Butler catapulted into legitimate playoff threats. Prior to that, they were a play-in team at best. Once they got Jimmy, yeah, they were a lock for the playoffs, in my opinion. Imagine if Golden State had AD, even if he disappears during games. AD. Anthony Davis? It's kind of random. Very nice Rockets team, but they just need that star player to take them over the top. Yeah. Tough way to go down. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. It's getting late. We will be doing a game recap and some videos tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys soon on the next stream.